Blackout 650 Gaming here, and welcome back to automation. So there's been an update relatively recently. You've probably seen videos of it already if you follow this game or BeamNG, but it allows you to create a car in automation, one of, these, and drive it in BeamNG. So today we're going to build a car in automation, and then we're going to go drive it in BeamNG. So, yeah. And then I have the music turned on again. I actually haven't had it on in a long time, so I don't know if it's changed much. I don't remember this part. It almost sounds like Breathe by Pink Floyd. Now it doesn't. Alright, so let's see. Yeah. Now it sounds like something out of Oceans. Do we want to go with a sort of sports car or a sort of like a Charger-ish kind of thing? BMW-esque? Why don't we go with some BMW-ish actually? Yeah. Alright. So we're gonna take this and the next thing. So if you've never seen anything about this game, well, you build a car essentially. But you don't build a car like you do in My Summer Car or even Car Mechanic Simulator. You more design a car, I suppose, is a better way of saying it. So we're going to go longitudinal, or however we're supposed to say that, don't care. Double wishbone, multi-link on the back, plus quality 2. Alright, now we get to the engine. The engine's my favorite part because I'm a large car guy. Both I'm largely into cars and I am myself large. Apparently we're going to stay in 2012. I'm assuming the reason it defaults to 2012 is because there's nothing's added after 2012 in this game. So, yeah. The date does make a difference on what you have available to you. So if you have it set to 1973, you probably can't really... Well, I think there's single point fuel injection, which is essentially just a carburetor-less form of injection. It's dumb and useless and horrible. You're better off just going with a four-barrel carburetor, or really any carburetor for that matter. Anyway, so the year does make a difference. I'm assuming up until 2012. As far as exporting the car to BeamNG, the date doesn't make a difference, or the year. So just anyway. So we're going off a sort of BMW-esque BMW-esque sort of thing. So let's go with a 3.6 liter straight 6 if it'll fit, and it will. I'll have to stroke a little bit. So I'd love to explain bore and stroke, but I honestly, well, we got this. Bore and stroke are two measures used to determine an engine's capacity. Bore is equal to the diameter of a single piston, while stroke is the distance the piston travels along the length of the cylinder. So I'm assuming then a bigger bore means bigger holes, and a bigger stroke means a taller engine. I don't believe that's actually how it's perceived in this game, but essentially that's what I'm figuring. I can't speak anymore today. Dual overhead cam 4. Ooh, okay. I did try to do a live stream on this game recently, and it went horribly wrong, so we're not going to talk about that. LC is aluminum silicone. Going straight into this. So, a normal car, if your engine block is made of just aluminum, not LC, then it's aluminum with an extra sort of, I can't think of the lining, an extra lining inside of it that like smooths everything out. When it's made of LC, it's already got, you don't need to have an extra layer in there, it's already built into it, so. I don't know why it's on the head material. I guess it might be for the valves or something, because valves are up in here. If you know absolutely nothing about cars, this will mean absolutely nothing to you. And you probably won't care. I always start with the top stuff for this, and then I might go back. Because it's going to be kind of luxury car. We're not going to worry about any of this stuff yet. I'm going to do variable valve timing on all of the cams. So I'll explain variable valve timing as well. For those who don't care, just stop listening for a minute. Variable valve timing. So in an engine there are valves. In this case we've got 4 valves per cylinder and 6 cylinders. You can do the math. It's 24 valves. I can't do that math. I'm not awake right now. So we've got intake and outtake, whatever, valves. In this case, since it's dual overhead cam, there's 2 camshafts. Camshafts are responsible for opening and closing the valves. So, what variable valve timing does is it adjusts how much the valves open and or close, well, adjusts how much they open based on the RPM of the engine. So with variable valve lift, this might just adjust the time between the intake and output take. The variable valve lift is how much it opens and closes. I'm going to stop trying to explain it because apparently I don't know shit. Okay, let's keep going. I think I may have been talking about something else before. We're going to turbo this because BMW engines are usually turboed. I don't know what's going on there. That's the crankshaft kind of sticking through there. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So, another little thing. The company is going about this in a very nice way. I'm going to say that first. I relatively recently, bought a lavalier microphone, which is a little microphone that clips onto your shirt or whatever right underneath your face hole. And it died, like, immediately. I replaced the batteries and it died. I'm not going to mess with the rest of this, just up this to 12. So I left a review on Amazon, and they reply, like, what's wrong, blah, blah, blah. I just got an email back from them. The receiver part of it, because it's a wireless thing, the receiver died. And they're like, do you have the batteries in the right way? Like, oh, they have to ask that because people keep doing it wrong. And honestly, to be completely honest, they have it set up really stupidly, where both batteries, as far as I can tell, are supposed to go the same direction, which doesn't make sense. I'll have to take a look at it, but I'm pretty sure I have it in right. It's not even labeled that well. Alright, anyway, multi-point electronic fuel injection, I believe is what the E stands for, is electronic. Per cylinder, I can't explain most of this crap, so I'm not going to try. We'll start with regular, because usually 86 is enough. 86 is the octane. I can't explain octane either, because I don't really understand it. Higher octane is apparently more expensive, so, yep. We're going to raise this up to there for now. We're probably going to have to adjust that. Plus 2 quality. Exhaust. You can only do short cast with turbocharged engines. I don't know why. Don't care. I can do like a quick explanation of how turbochargers work though. So the air comes in. It'll go past your intercooler, which is this big ass thing. And then through your radiator and into the intake. The intake will then go to the turbocharger. The turbocharger spins it up, speeds it up, and compresses it down. Compressed air has... It burns better than non-compressed air. But compressing it generates heat. Hot air does not burn as well. So that has to go actually into the carburetor. Intercooler. From the intercooler, it's cooled down. And it goes to the intake where it's mixed with the fuel and shoved in there. And then, since it's going faster in, it's got to go faster out. So we got... another end of the turbo right here for the exhaust, which temperature doesn't matter. So there you go, quick explanation of that. And superchargers are fairly different. Air comes in, and you've got these. There's a bunch of different types of superchargers actually, so it's hard to explain them. But most common, I believe, is the twin screw, which has these 2 screws that compress the air, and then it goes into an intercooler, and it has a much better sound, and I like it more. And for whatever reason, turbochargers generate more pressure. So that's that noise that you hear when you let off the accelerator, or or whatever. Doesn't matter. Reverse. We'll have a bypass valve knocking. That sucks. So apparently our octane is 96. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so at the moment we have everything set up, which is why we now have this big ass thing up here. So we're making 36 horsepower because our engine's killing itself. Let's actually see when it dies. Immediately. It doesn't even run. Okay. Cool. Alright, what's our max RPM? 9,000. So we're going to set the RPM limit to 9,000. Now we have valve float. That's fine. That's when the valves, the intake and out, whatever, are open at the same time, which is not good. So we'll go here. Having a turbocharger generally, well, as you can see, it does horrible things to your octane. And lowering the compression lowers the octane. Now we're at 86. Can we go up one more? No. Okay, so now we are making... Did I just... Okay. Now we're making 345 horsepower. And honestly, that's probably fine. We could probably stop there, but we're not gonna. So we're gonna open this and more, which will help get rid of the valve float. I can't explain that stuff all that well. Lower this. Actually, I want to go back to this because we're talking about the bike front at the time. Journal bearing and ball bearing. I don't know exactly the difference, but journal bearing kicks in sooner. But I'm guessing journal bearing is cheaper. Ball bearing kicks in sooner. I think I said journal bearing. But yeah. Ball bearing is more expensive and kicks in sooner, but journal bearing is cheaper. Also, it seems it seems like ball gives you more power as well. We'll come back to that stuff. We can up this a little bit. We can't up that anymore, actually. We'll have it right there at 72. We can lower this a little bit more. A lower one means it'll let less fuel in, so it's not generating as much power, and you're saving some fuel. So that's that's a nice thing. We'll look at the turbo some more in a little bit. We're gonna up ignition timing. Upping ignition timing also ups your octane, which causes problems, obviously. But a higher ignition timing, I don't know. Ignition timing refers to when the spark plug fires relative to the position of the piston. As it takes time for the spark to set off combustion, the spark must be fired before the piston reaches the top of the cylinder, thus causing the highest combustion pressure to occur when the piston reaches the top. I still don't really understand it. I don't care that much. We're going to up fuel mixture, which actually lowers the octane, so we can actually up this more. Higher ignition timing, I'm assuming the reason it gives you better gas mileage is because it's burning more of the fuel that you put in, so you don't have to put in as much to get the same amount of power. We'll up the exhaust diameter. Why is that having any impact on the octane? Whatever. Higher exhaust diameter means more airflow, which means everything can move quicker, and that's good. Lower the compression one more. Lowering compression is just the easiest way of solving knocking. We probably need a bigger intercooler to get more power. Dude, why did I just go super Canadian? Get more power out. So actually, if we switch over here, we can see intercoolers restricting a little bit, exhaust restricting a little bit. Not much we can do about that, though. Turbine is the main thing. So if we up the turbine, it's less restrictive, but that brings power down for whatever reason. Oh, actually, let's come back up. But you can't make it very big for whatever reason. Then higher AR ratio will give you better performance at higher RPM. And higher AR ratio and smaller compressor. I'm assuming... No, they're completely different. Whatever. So a smaller compressor and smaller turbine just let it spin up faster, which is why it kicks in sooner. Lowering this gives you less power, but again, does kick in sooner. Turbine is about to explode, I believe. Shrinking the compressor will ease the turbine. I don't really know what I'm doing. We should probably lower the boost. Nah, I don't care that much. Raise that boost as high as it'll go. Not really. We'll stick with 12, that's fine. Go back here. Are we knocking? We're not. There's valve flow, that's fine, because I think we're pretty well good. Didn't I have it higher before? Whatever, doesn't matter. Ooh, doesn't matter. Adjust this in any way to make it any better. 361, 364, 367, 370, 74, 77, 79. Wow, what happened? All of a sudden does this need to be huge? So that's a 6 1/4 inch exhaust pipe. Wow. That's beefy. Alright, so we're gonna adjust the RPM. because 9,000, as you can see, is giving us valve float. So if we lower that, plus it's unnecessary, and a smaller one gives us better durability or reliability or whatever. Reliability, yeah. Much higher, but it's a little bit higher. Not as good throttle response, I guess. I don't know. Don't care. We hit that. We did not hit. What? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Alright, this is set up wrong, actually. Whatever. 6,700 is where we hit the max power. Max power. Actually, if we go a little bit, we stay in a decent range there. Okay, anyway, let's have a listen to the engine. I think the game should automatically, not necessarily mute, but definitely make the music quieter. Sounds kind of diesel-y. Yeah. It's not much turbo noise. Well, anyway, there you go. I like that everything actually gets hot. Okay, so I want to go with this one. I kind of like this one. Give it a bigger schnoz. BMWs usually have a long schnozzle. Schnozzle nozzle. I don't know. I'm just saying noises. Making noises. Whatever. So I guess I should take this time to say that there's... Whoa. Uh-oh. Okay. There's not going to be a... There's probably, as far as I know... Okay, there's definitely not... Obviously, there's not going to be a Game Mania today. Could I bring that down again? Or is that just stuck like that forever? Okay. I want that to go down. Please? I don't know why all of a sudden everything's foobar on that end. We'll just have to not look at that end of the car. Yeah, there's not going to be... Probably not going to be Game Mania this week. Doom is having some issues with a lot of stuff. He's going through some crappy times at the moment. So... We recorded it, but then some other stuff came up, so... Not really my thing to talk about. It's his stuff. If he wants to talk about it, he'll talk about it. So yeah, probably not going to be Game Mania this week. Wasn't one last week either, because I was going through some stuff. 'Tis the season, I guess. So yeah. But in lighter news, I have an album coming out. I've actually written it out. What the hell is this? Enable disable morphing. I don't know what that does. Moving on. So yeah, I'm releasing an 8-song album. I'm going to be completely straight up with you. It's one guitar written really, really quick. So I'm not expecting much from it. I'm mostly just testing out a site and want to see what all happens. The song will be on Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music or iTunes or whatever, Google Play Music, and iHeartRadio. It's coming out August 10th. I actually have no idea how much it costs. Obviously, if it's on Spotify, it doesn't really cost anything. Man, they've added so much music to this. Anyway, oh, up here we can change the name of the car, but I'm not going to do that. But anyway, since there isn't a Game Mania, I'm going to have a kind of long video. That, and I didn't realize how long it's already been. We're going to leave this car red because I like it. So yeah, that's a quick little update. I'm probably going to have a couple videos talking about the album and lack of Game Mania, just because not everybody's going to watch this video, not everybody's going to watch another video, so on and so forth. So there you go. If you're watching this one, congratulations, you're the first ones to know. Technically. Actually, these are stupid. This is a very strange song. I kind of like it. I always have the hardest time with the taillights because they all kind of suck. So, you know, let's go with this. I'm assuming this has a turn signal in it somewhere. But, by the way. There we go. Oh, whatever. All right, just chuck those there. I don't really care. Indicators. We'll put a little bit of turn signal on this side. Right here. And then we'll go over here. Chuck this right here. Let's shrink. Actually, let's not use that one. Let's use this one. Right there. It's usually where BMW emblem is, I believe. I think these have turn signals in them. Let's assume they do. Let's hope they do. I guess is a better way of saying that. I honestly can't really think of a BMW grill at the moment. Oh, hold on. I actually have an idea of one, but none of these really work for it, so I guess we'll go with vents instead. Actually, yeah, we'll use these. Perfect. It's got a mustache. All right. Put him like this. Make him bigger. It's got kidneys now. Oof, that's rough. That is really horrible. All right. Oh, that's so ugly. Oh, I'm making a mistake. Let's get rid of the kidneys. Never mind. We'll just use a regular grill. I don't know. This one works. Kind of like that. Actually, it's kind of good looking. Okay. We'll kind of put it in between, shrink it lengthwise, and then make it taller. It's kind of a little bit goofy now, but I don't care. It's fine. We'll shove some vents on the hood, and we'll use the kidneys again. They look less weird here. Why don't we actually go with a sort of something? I don't know. That looks alright, I guess. So we should be good. We should be good on cooling. We're not even going to worry about any lips or wings or anything. Here's fuel filler cap. Door handles. I can flip these because I think it looks more normal to be like this. A little bit bigger. Yeah, okay. Mirrors. So it has some. Okay. Not all of them do. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. I have a little aerial U. That's probably centered right there. Okay. And I'm going to borrow the plate. We'll put some rims on it. I mean, it's already got them, but we'll do... How about these? Nice wire spoke ones. I really want to do a car that actually uses those and doesn't look stupid. Let's go with these. These are okay, I guess. Exhaust. Let's go with this. A little bit bigger. You don't need to do any of these things for the car to actually work. Let's put a little turbo emblem right there, because why not? Alright, that's all that then. Let's go to drivetrain. We're going to do... I think most BMWs are rear-wheel drive. Dual clutch is still actually automatic in BM&G, but it gives us sport. Actually, yeah, whatever. Now we'll go advanced automatic. Give it 7. I think that'll give us the sport gear still. Top speed of 174, they estimate, so we'll bring it up to 174. 176 actually. Lower this a little bit, more sportiness and less wheel spin. Go with a viscous limited slip differential. Not gonna bother explaining what a limited slip differential does because I just don't feel like it anymore. Sports compound. So up those 245s, those are massive. We'll go 255s on the back. Ooh, okay. 265s on the back. Alright. Fun fact of the day. The 1973 Dodge geez, it's my dream car, can't think of the right name. 1973 Dodge Challenger TA was one of the first, if not the first, production car to have different sized rear wheels than front. And again, it is my absolute dream car. 1973 Challenger TA in Plum Crazy. I don't think they made it in Plum Crazy, but Plum Crazy. And it has to be a stick. Vented disc, front 4 pistons, up them to 11.8, solid 4 on the back, going with 10.8. Up that by 2, go forward a little bit more, +1 on the quality. Fully clad, completely covers the bottom of it. We'll throw in some cooling flaps. Up this to 60. It doesn't really make a difference. Beam and G, but it'll make the game less angry because we'll get less brake fade. Okay, sport, standard, premium infotainment +1. It's BMW +2. Yeah. Variable electronic. I don't like that. I prefer. Well, it depends on how the car handles it. Because the Challenger we have has variable electronic power steering, and I like it a lot. I like my cars better because it's less drive-by-wire. I mean, it still is, but less. Active Sport, Adaptive, Spork. Probably leave it there. We'll see. Okay, now it's yelling at me. But yeah, in the Challenger you can adjust it between 3 different levels. Lightest, middle, and heaviest steering. I prefer the heaviest. Anyway, front dampers and rear dampers are both hard, so we will drop them both by 2. Roll angle is high, so up the sway bar stiffness. Rear brake force is high, and their brake fade. Okay, that's great. Make that a 3 piston, and up it, drop it. Okay, and then up. You know, could we give either one or the other rather than giving me both of these? Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have some freaking brake fade, because not much I can do about it. I guess I can up the front disc, and that usually helps a little bit with brake fade. I guess make it as big as it'll go before it's like, the front brakes are too brakey. Oh, shit. Alright, there we go. Cool, there it is. Alright, we gotta leave it there. A little bit more on that, because it's nice to stop. Oh, what now? Oh, great, sure, fine, whatever. Alright, there we go, we have a car. Oh, could you, like, that? I'm actually gonna lower the suspension a little bit. I guess it's just technically raise the suspension because whatever, it doesn't matter. That's as low as it'll go. Oof, that still seems pretty damn high. I guess the weight of the car will kind of push it down a little bit, but... Alright, so we're going to save. I'm not going to bother naming it because I don't care that much. Go to here, and export card BMG. Alright. Well, actually here. We'll name it for BMG. Not a Beamer. Actually, let's call it Beam Dutter. Probably don't put that Beamer, because Beam and G, yeah, it's funny. Okay, export the car. So we'll do that. Whoa, it'll do that, and eventually we'll get to Beam and G any day now. We'll see. Okay, so I'll see you in Beam and G. All right, now we're in Beam and G. Wow, magic! Wow. All right, so we're gonna go just do grid map. Just kind of show that the car exists. Not gonna do a whole lot of like in-depthness with it because we're already going on 30 plus minutes. Well, actually, for you guys, it'll probably be like 28 or 29. Probably 29. So we're gonna do Control E, and then we wait because I have a lot of cars on here. Okay, so if we scroll down, we'll see all of the cars that I have. Yeah, all the ones that look, you know, like this, including the Noodle and the Because race car. Yeah. Then the Contemplator, not based off the Challenger at all. Beamer, let's go. Then we wait another hour for the car to load. So how's everybody doing? How's life? Buy my album. Did I ever say it was coming out August 10th? I think I did. Should have put an emblem on the back. Anyway. I don't actually really care if anybody buys that or not. This game is super quiet. I don't know why. Just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah. That suspension is still way too high. Whoop, clicking out of the game. Whew. And yet it's still recording. Okay. So you can see we got headlights that are blinding. Do they have turn signals? They do not. Whoops. Oh well, we've got other turn signals at least. Oh, that didn't have a turn signal either? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's how that works. Cool. Whatever. In my experience, nothing does donuts in this game when they're from automation. I don't know what that is about. I don't know what that's about. Brain, good. But yeah, you can't get him to do a donut. Ah, Jesus, can't get him to do donuts. Yeah. They drive. And it actually will take the sound from automation and put it into the game. Oh, now crashing doesn't work quite right, like compared to normal Beam and G cars, but they still definitely deform. Good amount. Can we do a sort of launch control like thing? Nope, but we can do burnout. One wheel, I'm assuming. Yes. Yeah, usually limited slip differential will keep them both spinning at the same rate, but whatever. Yeah, we can get a 0 to 60 at least. 1 to 62 in 5.59 seconds. And then from 72 to 0 in 3.27. Well, it decelerates quicker than it accelerates. So let's put her in Spork and go. Get one more 0 to 60, see if it's any better. Or whatever it picks. 1 to 62, 5.46. And then 90 down to 0 in... Sorry, 89 to 0 in 3.85 seconds. Now, there's no horn. Cars don't have horns, which is whatever. And I guess you can change the color. I haven't actually tried, but we can... Oh yeah, what do you know? It does change. I wasn't sure if it would or not. These are way too chrome, though. So we can have it... Knockout 650 blue. Whoa, maybe not. There we go. Less chrominess. Chrominess. Yeah, I would never drive a car that color. Lime green, though. There we go. A little more yellow. Okay. Sweet. So I'm going to show off one car real quick. I'm going to have to say that my favorite one so far has been the Not a Lambo. I based this one as much as I possibly could off of a Lamborghini. I'm literally looking at the car I based it off of from Forza. I can't remember. Countach. Countach? Probably. Or Diablo. Or kind of combination of both. Either way, like, I found the bore and stroke of the engine and copied it as best as I could. I'd say it sounds decently Lamborghini-ish. It is a V12. We've got the pop-up headlights that don't pop up, but, you know, whatever. No real grille on the hood. You got some little vents there. Turn signals all work and everything. Does that actually... I don't think those actually exist. Whatever. Do I have the little ones? Oh. I should change that. Anyway. 5-speed, I believe. 5-speed manual. Don't remember how much horsepower. I believe the torque was like spot on, exact with the real car. And the horsepower was very close. Might have that backwards. Okay, we got ABS. Again, nothing actually does like donuts or spins around or really anything. There's no problem with spinning out. Nice, a little bit of a drift there. Some cinematic camera action. 0 to 60s are... Oh! 0 to 60s are hard to get with sticks in this game because as soon as you let off the accelerator, it stops counting. But I think that's where we're going to end this video. We didn't spend a whole lot of time in BeamNG, but... meh. So yeah, that's not really the latest at this point update, but the biggest in recent time update for BeamNG and automation. Really glad they did this. There was actually a mod a long time ago that didn't even work anymore that would let you put your engines from automation into BeamNG, and then automation was just like, we're gonna take that and up it. I still wish you could take just the engine and put it in whatever, because I have some pretty ridiculous engines. Like I made one car that has over 2,000, I believe it's 2,020 horsepower. It's all-wheel drive based off like a old thing. I'm gonna grab it real quick. This thing, the Deathmobile. Yeah, so you can do some crazy crap and then just chuck it into the game. Obviously, none of this actually fits correctly. These are the biggest tires I could put on there. I believe it's a V10. Naturally aspirated, sticks through the hood a little bit. Pretty badass, if I do say so myself. And I kind of have to because I made it. And it's a stick, too. Oh, I forgot I had traction control. We'll turn that off. All-wheel drive driftage. But yeah, anyway, I definitely want to do more cars like the Lambo, because that turned out super well. But that is actually, this time for real, going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a like. If you didn't, don't leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.